I'm gonna get started on the barfi, but this is my mom recipe, and the last time we made sweets I actually keep a record of the measurements and all of that. So this recipe makes 80 small barfi. However, since last time we made this, I haven't tested to see if it really gives you 80 small pieces. Seeing that is the first time I'll be making the recipe by myself, tweak it and see what needs to be tweaked and all of that. But basically, she also takes inspiration from Natasha's recipe. So this is also a combination of Natasha's recipe and my mom's recipe. For the pag, you need 1.5 cups of sugar, white sugar, and 1/2 cup of water. Barfi mixture, you need 5 cups of full cream milk powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom, 1 tablespoon of ghee, 2 tablespoons of the Nestle's cream, 1 teaspoon of pure ginger. You're mixing the milk powder, the cardamom, the ghee, the Nestle cream, and the ginger in a bowl and mix complete. Then place dry mixture into the food processor, or you could sieve it until it becomes smooth. And by that time your pag should be boiling, and you add a little pag to the mixture as you go along. So that is it. So that's one step that I did wrong. Instead of adding 2 tablespoons of the Nestle cream, I didn't realize I was supposed to add the entire can, and I added a little too much ghee to it. So yeah, the barfi wasn't moist enough, and you'll see that in a few clips. But yeah, that was one mistake. I supposed to add the entire can of the full cream milk and add less ghee. So it's my first time making kurma and barfi, and the kurma came out really good. However, the barfi, it tasted good. It's just next time I'll know to use the entire, can of Nestle cream. So yeah, it's a learning process. Rome wasn't built in a day.
One eternity later.
I made a boo-boo with the barfi. Pag is the hardest thing to get right in terms of consistency, but I feel like according to Google and ChatGPT, I overboiled the pag. It was too thick. It was more like kind of like very, very syrupy. I don't know if I could tell from the time lapse. So when I pour it into the milk mixture, it didn't have enough to solidify everything. It ended up coming out like really dry. Like the mixture wasn't like soft, and it was just like extremely dry. I tried to put it in this tray. So there's the second one that I redid. I'll show you guys after. I just don't know the backstory, because when I saw the consistency like so dry and even holding together like a dough to like spread it out, I was like, you know what, maybe if I spread it, it might come together. And when I spread it out in the tray, it did not come together. So that was a first red flag. Put the sprinkles, everything on it already, and I was like, you know what, I'll go in to leave it and I'm gonna see if it's set. I end up googling like why the barfi mixture so dry, and they said 1, you overcook the syrup, which I think I did. 2, there's not enough moisture like milk and ghee and all of that. I did everything to a T. I even watched a Natasha video as well, and she did everything the same way. It's just the pag, I did overcook the pag to a very, very thick consistency, because in her video it was between thick and thin. So I was like, what can I do to rehydrate this dry milk mixture, because I don't want to throw it away. Mind you, the sprinkles already on it set. I should have taken a picture. I didn't even bother because I was like discouraged. So they said that I'll put it into a pan, low heat, take back all the mixture, put it into a pan, and you could either add milk or water and like keep stirring to form the consistency. And that is what I did. I put it back in a non-stick pan on low heat with the sprinkles, everything, and then I added about 3/4 of this moo milk to the dough, and I keep mixing to get the consistency of what it is now. And honestly, it looks so good. I'm glad that I did that. Let me show you guys how it looks. So this is how it looks. As you can see, it's not looking dry. I end up cutting it, and I'm really glad that I put it back into the pan and the milk to kind of mix it in. You could see a little tie-dye in there, but that is okay. That it's giving like cotton candy effect. But yeah, I'm really glad that I did that. It's very much moist now and very well hydrated, so I hope that it does not like crumble. But you know what, I prefer it be crumbly and moist inside than to be crumbly and dry. I'm gonna leave this open and I'm taking it out. I'll show you guys how it is, but so far I mean it looks promising. Fingers crossed. Well, you understand why when people making sweets to sell and they selling it expensive because it tasting real good. Well, you understand why we had to pay the money and stop beating them down. This is why this shit is a lot of work and a lot of ingredients. So if you find somebody that is selling sweets and it's expensive but it tastes good, what are you gonna do? It's plenty of work, you know. So yeah.
Much later.
Okay, so moment of truth. I am gonna take out some to give my mother-in-law. See how does that come out. My first one has always been kinda okay. Not bad at all. See the next one. Okay, it's holding pretty good. So I'm so glad that I put it back into the pot. Add back some milk because boy did that make a difference.
Much later.
So here I'm just gonna get started on making the fat kurma that we call gulab jamun. Guys, so I'm making gulab jamun now. So this is mommy stand mixer. She used to come by me to make sweets for Diwali. She used to work with this. So yeah, this is her recipe. So in the bowl we have 2 sticks of softened butter, and then so this is the fat kurma, right? And she usually goes in with a tin of condensed milk. So this one is the sweetened condensed milk with cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. So just gonna pour this entire thing in here, entire tin in there. And to that, I'm gonna add some cardamom and ginger. Some cardamom. So once the butter and condensed milk is well incorporated, then I'm gonna start to add flour. So I think I added like 3 or 4 cups of flour. I'm not really sure. To be quite honest, her recipe, like my mom used to just eyeball stuff, right? And she used to like feel it with her hands to make sure that is the correct texture. And that's how she passed it on to me, like to feel, to feel the texture of things. So more so than a recipe, it's just like a textural thing. So like I would feel the dough and I'll know, well, okay, it's good. So that's what I did here. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Anyway, so this is me frying up the fat kurma, and then I also made kurma as well, but I didn't record that part because like I was trying to just finish within a timing. So this is the kurma here, and it was my first time making kurma, and honestly it was really good. It came out really good. This had got a little too brown, but that's okay, that's all right. So this is the batch here. That is the gulab jamun. All right, so the gulab jamun done. So I got a little more than 80, maybe like 90. I put these over here because I find like these a little too brown. Time to make the pag, and I have the kurma here. Now the pag is such the intimidating part of this all because the consistency to get it right and all of that, but gonna try, so fingers crossed. So then how you guys know if I good?
When it's at the thread, when you see like you see it getting heavier now. Bag is ready. See, it's threading. So we're going to pour it in the bowls.
Alright, so the gulab jamun done, kurma, and we have the barfi on the other side, but it looks really good. Okay guys, so at the end of this vlog, I didn't do an outro for this vlog, and also I didn't really like recorded me trying the sweets or whatever because I've been eating as I go along. So one, the barfi came out good. It's not great, it came out good. There's room for improvement. I would try to make another batch because I really want to master that technique of barfi and pag, and I hate a very hard paggy barfi. I like a more crumbly, very soft barfi. Two, the kurma came out really great as well. That's my first time making kurma and barfi. Kurma came out really great. Three, gulab jamun, amazing. I think this is my second time making gulab jamun. If you have any tips when it comes to the pag situation, how to time the pag or like the temperature, let me know. I had to call my mother-in-law to help me with that because I didn't want to spoil the gulab jamun and the kurma. I didn't want to take the chance to spoil that. I called her to help me. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and sorry I don't really have any footage of me trying the sweets I'm picking and eating while I've been doing my thing, so hence the reason I was full at the end of the video. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me on this video guys, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed. Bye guys.